let's do this. Behold, and welcome to a Zephyr Prime Access live review. I'm going to give you some background on Prime Access in general, and sort of read a bit of a script that I have about Prime Access advice that I have in general to give, and then we'll level this stuff up and talk about it very specifically. You can see that I did buy the Zephyr Prime Access. I bought the middle pack. We'll talk about all that stuff in the future. For now, I just want you to know that we're going to talk about like basic Prime Access stuff, level this stuff up. It's going to be great. Let's get right into it. So, in general, you should know that just 2 or 3 weeks after release, maybe a little sooner, you can buy most new primes for only like 100 platinum, or from other players, either through trade chat or warframe.market. So, strictly speaking, as long as you're patient, the actual prime items in Prime Access aren't really worth anything at all. So the main draw, is either the platinum or the time that you save, yeah? If you aren't a content creator, the time saved isn't really doing a lot for you because it doesn't really gain you much to get the primes earlier. You could just pretend that they release like 1 or 2 weeks later than they actually do, and you're good to go. Hi chat. Okay, people are here in chat. Awesome. But the platinum is a pretty good deal compared to buying platinum normally without a discount. Discounts can't be applied to Prime Access, but the statistics show you're not very likely to get a discount if you log in very frequently. So if you play every day, this is probably going to be a better deal for you if you want a lot of platinum. Someone said, what is with the... Alright, I won't ask. Okay, why the bandana? Because Zephyr Prime Access, man! We have to become the purple bandana bandits with Zephyr Prime Access looks sick. Okay, we'll talk about this stuff in a sec. So, obviously the elephant in the room with like, if you don't want platinum, you don't want the primes, you don't want it faster, maybe you want the accessories. That one, I don't really have anything to say. Like, it's really expensive, but if you want exclusive cosmetics, there you go, right? So as a quick review, the main draw here is that because like primes will become really cheap after a few weeks, the platinum is the main draw. That's the main thing you get from Prime Access, and it is a good deal compared to like normal platinum. But for content creators, for me, I said I bought this, and for a different reason. There's different logic, because having the primes sooner means that you make more money off the content you make about them because of how YouTube works. So Prime Access often almost pays for itself, and I don't buy the accessories because they wouldn't pay for themselves. I can help all of you know whether you want to buy it, so I often do that. I also end up needing the platinum for videos. I just like this game a lot. D's giving me a lot of support, so I don't mind paying for it. Anyway, you get the idea. Now, quick word about specific primes. Remember, prime warframes only have like nominal stat increases. The abilities aren't different. They aren't really better than their non-prime counterparts. They just look incredibly cool. With only a few exceptions, there are some primes that have like stats that really, really matter. And even then, it's nothing crazy, you know? But prime weapons are often completely different, featuring new passives or totally different stat spreads or completely unique firing mechanics. For example, the Tiberon Prime here has 3 different firing modes, which is wicked cool, and we'll talk about that very shortly. I know a lot of this is really basic, but plenty of people see this payment model and foolishly claim that this game is pay to win, which is a bad joke. So I wanted to get it out of the way. Let's level this stuff up. Thank you for your patience, chat. What's going on? Okay, let's say hello to everyone. Oh, glorious. We also have to go post on social media and stuff. Oh, okay. Nathan Cookwood, hello. Future banger, yeah boy. There's so many people here in chat already. Damn, you guys are fast. Cody, hello. Gray, hello. Kobe, hello. Joel, hello. No, Gray, it's always okay to ask. When I do weird shit, it's totally fine. I wanted to celebrate Zephyr Prime Access, get into the spirit a little bit. So I really like the general color scheme of the default Zephyr Prime. It just looks cool. Like, it looks... I don't know. I don't even really know what to call it exactly, but you have this sort of like witch vibe, this kind of witchy vibe. You can see I put the this signed on already. Hold on, let me show what that is. Because otherwise this is just the base model, Corona signed on it. Let's show what it looks like without that really quick. Looks like that, pretty nice. Personally, I had not liked Zephyr Prime's tail bottom. I mean normal Zephyr's tail bottom thing. But I really like this one. I think it looks cool. She just in general looks wicked cool. Look at this. That's someone said she should have... I had a viewer say she should have come with like a prime fan weapon. We should have gotten another fan weapon. She did. It's on her arms. Look at this. You could kill someone with those things. She looks great. I really, really like this prime. I think they did a great job. I think She has rocket boosters in her legs. Oh my god. Okay, so it's awesome. Let me oh my god, I have so many things I have to do. Okay, so let's reorient ourselves here just so you can see a little bit better. So yeah, Tiberon Prime has 3 firing modes. It has burst, semi, and auto, and they all have different stats, which is really, really cool, and we'll talk about that a lot more, because I actually really, really like that. I think it's really interesting. Let me keep saying hi to people. But yeah, Salmon, you got a little something on your face. Nice. They're also the resource and credit boosters, yeah. Again, I just wanted to give an overview for people that are new to the idea of Prime Access, because I think that a lot of people don't understand the appeal, you know? There's something different, but I can't get my head around it. Well, I can. It is around my head. Your stream title is the same as Joey Zero's new video. Oh my god, is it actually? That's so funny. Zandy has become one edgy boy. No, I'm just trying to I'm trying to cosplay Bird Frame over here. This is the best I could do. I don't know. The thing is, I'm kind of excited for Zephyr Prime because I think people don't enjoy Zephyr as much as they could. Zephyr can be a very fun frame, but I don't think people enjoy as much as they could. And Tiberon Prime is a weapon I never really liked the Tiberon, and I never really liked the Kronen, but I'm excited to have a Tonfa that has slash and good status and good critical chance. I bet this has some hidden mechanic. I kind of feel like, because the stats are actually pretty low. It's pretty fast though. So we're gonna put some basic mods on these things and then go level up. Oh baby, 2 dashes, interesting. I don't really want 2 dashes on this weapon. We'll have to do something with that. 1 dash I'm fine with though because of Vigilante Armaments. And now I think we're gonna start by putting crit on it at the levels we're gonna be using it at to level it up. Oh well, huh. Given that, let's use status instead. What do we got? Mostly puncture? Okay, pretty even stat spread, but mostly puncture. So we'll do some corrosive. So the basic breakdown of the different firing modes is burst is rounded and would be a good way to conserve bullets. I imagine this will be like you can just one-tap everything and it will kill it. You know, it is kind of the feel you'll get. Semi has higher crit chance by a little and a lot higher multiplier. I don't think it has higher damage per bullet though. It does not. And then the status is a bit lower. I think semi maybe not that useful. And then auto has significantly lower crit chance, not that much lower multiplier. And the status is a lot higher. So, and the fire rate's not bad. The innate fire rate is, it's like the Kronen Prime. So, not bad at all. Not bad at all. Yeah, Gray, of course. Please. Let's look at the Kronen. So again, the stats of this look like a little low. I don't know. Maybe not. Oh, it doesn't innately have Sovereign Outcast polarity. That hurts. I don't like that. That hurts me. That kills people. So 12% crit chance, that's weird. I think we're still going to do Blood Rush, but I'm not sure. I think status is going to be our priority, so I'm going to drop Condition Overload in. We're going to drop PPP in. We're going to drop... It's going to be viral. We're going to drop in the Rifting, of course. It's got a dash on it, that's weird. Don't know how to feel about that. Let's give it more slash, why the hell not? Sure. This is going to be bizarre. Tonfas are fun though. And then Bird Frame herself. So we got a D, that's probably going to have to go, but it's not like there aren't D polarity auras, they're just not that good. Mostly. Let's see, what do we want on Zephyr? I guess Rejuvenation is like this is kind of a good aura. I don't know. It's not bad. I already did an Exilus adapter, but remember they don't come with Exilus adapters. That might matter for some people. Let's just do like tons of survivability. I haven't even leveled up Prime Vigor. I'm so casual. Look at that. Let's just do like redirection, like all the tankiness. And then we'll get some, in preparation for when we have Turbulence, we'll put on Prime Continuity. And Funnel Clouds, yeah boy. For when we get that. Funnel Clouds gives you 12 tornadoes instead of 4, but they're smaller and they don't pick enemies up. So they don't do crowd control. But some people don't like the crowd control, so it can be pretty spicy. Look at that. That's some nice those are some nice values right there. Alright, sweet. Let's let me just go do the social media things, and then I will we'll be good to go. I have to use I use 2 keyboards now because it's really difficult to do some things with like my new keyboard, but I really, really like it, and it's much easier for gaming itself, like actually playing. So I will leave it like this for a sec, catch up on chat, and can you show the operator suit? Freezer, I did not buy the operator suit. I didn't buy the accessories. So let me let's see. Let's see. I think it would be worth quickly flashing like what the different packs are. Let's look at that real quick. Hold on. We're gonna go over there. So here are the different packs. These are the different packs. This is Zephyr Prime Access. And as you can see, there are 3 packs. This is always how the packs work. There are 3 packs and then the accessories pack. First pack is just the weapons and some platinum. Second pack is way more platinum and Zephyr herself and then the icons. This is everything. So the Prime accessories pack and all the stuff. You can see for me it's cheaper than it will be for you because I already bought this second pack. So this is like without the accessories, and then you get less platinum, but I don't feel it's a big deal. Here's the accessories again. It's Gene Masking Kit, Kavat stuff, whole bunch of cool stuff. But I only bought the middle pack, so I should have explained that up front. But there you go. Sorry I'm late. Are you planning to do something that needs you to conceal your identity? No, not at all. I'm trying to celebrate a little bit. Next, Nestlock West, I agree. I love the rocket boots too. I think they look really cool. I just her whole aesthetic. She just looks badass. It's nice. All right, let me tell the world we're streaming. Yeah, and let me go back. Charles McFarlane, hello. Cortel Mays, hello. There really is no good explanation for the bandana. There really isn't. If you look for one, you will be disappointed. It will disappoint you. There's no good explanation. It's just to celebrate the glory of purple Zephyr Prime Access. All right, we are live review of Zephyr Prime Access. Come check it out. Bam. And
so you could definitely hear it. I'm not even gonna have you roll perception because it was very.
Oh, Joey Zero's stream. Okay, Joey Zero's on too. Joey Zero's playing Pathfinder. I was like, whose voice is that? Very confusing for a moment. Great. Okay, let's catch up on chat. Hey Zandy, what's the improved stats on Birdie Prime? Let's take a look at that. That's actually pretty important. Let's look at that really quick. Let me move my setup around a little bit. There we are. There we go. Oh, now I can, beautiful. Okay. The improved stats are, let's take a look. So we'll go to, unmodded. We'll go to Zephyr. Move from Zephyr to Zephyr Prime. So 75 armor up from 15. Increased energy pool, that matters a lot, and she's faster. So the energy pool is good. The armor, it's still not really enough armor that you're going to be using it, and because of turbulence, it really doesn't do anything on Zephyr. But it's not bad. I mean, 15 to 75 armor is a lot of damage reduction, but not, you know. Sprint speed, she's already much faster flying. So again, the only meaningful increase in power is the energy, but having a larger energy pool on Zephyr Prime is valuable. On Zephyr is valuable. So I think that's cool. That's good. It's something. But again, that's always how it is with primes. Like, it just doesn't matter that much. It truly just does not matter that much. However, Tiberon Prime, I don't know about the base damage, but we'll see. We'll see about everything else. Really love the default colors for Zephyr. Can you do a fashion frame or for a color scheme? Yes, definitely. Mike, I pretty much always do like a fashion frame video on whatever came out, like whatever cosmetics came out that week. At the end of the week on Fashion Frame Saturdays. So, yeah. I love that helmet. Yeah, I know, right? It's cool. How crisp is the Tiberon Prime's gunshot sound? This is very important. Yeah, we'll see. We'll have to turn the music on off and get get the sound going. Yeah, Cortel Maze, I totally am. If you want to level up with me, I'm down. So here's how it works. It has 3 firing modes. Emily Dat Girl has come in at the right time to talk about that. So it's got 3 firing modes. You press your Alt fire button to switch between them. It starts on burst, then it's got semi, then it's got auto. So I'll show all of them. Let's quiet the music for a sec. Turn up the in-game volume. Here's burst. Semi is the same sound. You can shoot pretty fast too. And here's the auto. As you can see, in all 3 firing modes, it's actually pretty precise overall. I would say the auto is what I was worried about the precision of, and it's totally fine. So let's use it in burst for now. Let's see how it feels in burst. I think that's like the best stats overall, unless you want to use it as like a status cannon. So we'll take a look at burst. Yeah. Oh, whoa! Look at that cool wind. Oh, that's cool looking. The wind effect on Tailwind. Ooh, that looks really good. That looks nice. Let's see what Dive Bomb looks like. Not really that different. Okay. Oh, that's pretty spice. All right. Let's rebalance our ambiance here. Ooh, 1 burst. Very nice. Oh, well, okay. Could have been that guy's Atarax. Hard to tell. Nope. Nice. Nice damage. Nice. I see that. Alright. Why can't I find the lowest Prime Access pack on my Xbox? I don't know. I have no idea. It's possible that there's, like, region problems? I don't know. 50 Mango, I haven't checked if this is fixed yet, but I had heard when Zephyr Prime Access came out that they forgot to put it in the codex, so people didn't know where the relics came from. I don't know where the relics come from yet, but we'll find that out as soon as we can. Obviously, that is of critical importance. Let's see what Airburst looks like. They're pretty similar. Oh, the flying looks wicked cool, though. And the reload on Tiberon Prime is also pretty interesting. I'll show that. Hold on. You like flip it, yeah, upwards and put something in. Like it's very strange. It's like got a bullpup loading style, but it isn't a bullpup gun. I don't know. I don't know that much about guns. Maybe there's precedent for that, but it seemed kind of weird to me. Dude, what is on your face? A bandana to celebrate Zephyr Prime Access, my dude. We got to become the bandana bandits of Zephyr Prime Access. I don't know, it seemed thematically fitting. Always gotta switch things up a little bit for stream sometimes. Yeah, boy. Also, you can only link the new primes if you have them. That's very janky. That's so janky. The old Prime Tiberon had the same reloading animation. Okay. Shows what I remember about the old Tiberon. Yeah, I do think the burst is like a little slow, but otherwise I think it's mostly good. And the auto is like relatively powerful, I don't know. It feels good. Magazine is a little small for full auto, but like, I don't know, I'm not that worried about it. It says Kronen Prime Slam Attack ragdolls enemies. Let's take a look. Ooh, yeah, it looks like it. Hold on. Yep. That's a ragdoll. Alright, let's take a look at Kronen Prime a little bit. You got new wind effects? It just generally looks nice. And again, I do want to say before we get into Kronen Prime too much, the other Tonfa stance, Sovereign Outcast, which I'll probably form up for while we're on stream, is a lot cooler looking. Like the attacks are a lot more interesting looking. I think this one is quite boring. It's all right, but it's not great. Have you also purchased the Prime accessories? No, I did not. I can kind of make my money back if I buy and like help you all out on your buying decisions if I buy Prime Access, but the accessories don't really benefit me, and they make me make fashion that my viewers can't make, so I often try to avoid it. Sometimes I just love it, like with the, what's it called, with Mirage Prime Access. I thought those accessories were so damn cool, I just like had to get them. But most of the time I try not to, because it doesn't really benefit my viewers that much. Can you fly up super high and do a slam attack and make them ragdoll over the map? That doesn't actually increase the range, but it is really cool. It is very cool looking. It's fun to dive bomb from like forever away. Outcast has them nice slash procs, exactly. It's also just, I don't know, like it just looks badass. Like these swings are really normal looking and kind of boring to me. It's still good though. Although I will say, the stats on Kronen Prime here are not selling it. Like they look kind of bad, but they're good enough. With melee, it's much more about being good enough. Oh, I hear Anna starting flute practice. Wait. Let's just behold. Hydron or Helene for experience? Papa Giorgio, I recommend Hydron because it's really populated and it's really easy. It's not really that important, like where you go specifically. It's much more important that it be smooth sailing, in my opinion. If you want to do go really fast, sometimes it can be faster to do stealth runs, like stealth leveling. But I think this is such a quality of life increase, like to do Hydron, because it's so easy, so populated. Everybody knows what's going on, too. Like, that's a benefit. Emily Decker, that's a good point too. They're very maiming strike worthy. That's true. We'll have to take a look at that, because that's a thing Tonfas have always been quite good for. Come on. Get through. There we go. Good job. Nice. Yeah, I mean, overall, I don't know. I just think everything looks really cool. Like, it all looks cool, and the animations, the new animations are pretty cool. I think Tiberon Prime having 3 firing modes is, like, good marketing, but maybe doesn't actually matter all that much. I don't know. It's hard to say. Zen, hello. Sick tech, Zephyr with Exodia Contagion Arcane. Yeah, it's pretty good. I do think that's a good choice for killing the enemies once they're spread. If you watch my yesterday, I did a video called Big Air Zephyr, which is like a fun thing you can do with Zephyr where you knock enemies around like crazy with the Scourge and air bursts. Yeah. And tomorrow, I'm doing a Zephyr Framework, which is a totally different playstyle. I might give you a little sneak peek of it, depending on how we do today, like how fast we get stuff done. I might show you a sneak peek of it, so we'll see what we can do. But tomorrow, we'll get that framework out. Tiberon Prime has 3 firing modes, yep. So it's got burst, semi, and auto, and they all have different stats. Personally, I think semi is like not that good because it's not better enough than burst. But basically, burst and semi are crit. Semi is like more crit, and auto is what it usually is on guns like this. It has less crit but more status, which is pretty spicy. Pretty spicy. I did say before, and I still feel now, the magazine size is a bit small for auto. Like, it's not awful, but like it's a little small to go full auto all the time, so I think you want to be using burst like a lot of the time. And the way the burst works, like, I think it's got good enough status, you know? Hello, Zandy Shorts. No. Pants are the true path. Shorts are, ugh, blasphemy. Life is going pretty well. Tiberon Prime stats are pretty spicy. Semi is great for Hunter. Yeah, that's true. I don't know. Like, the amount of consistency that you gain from going from burst to semi for 100 munitions is, like, not that good, I don't think. Because you only get, like, 2% critical chance. You get good crit multiplier, but, like, not that much. The new weapons are Tiberon Prime and Kronen Prime, which I'll show here. These tonfas, which are pretty spicy looking, but, like, unfortunately this default stance is a bit boring. But they do ragdoll enemies, which is cool. Oh, well, not when they're frozen by Harrow. Okay. There it is. You can kind of see. Not in a huge area. We'll have to put Prime Reach on them. Because it could be fun to have some nice crowd control. Yeah, like, it's a good ragdoll, too. I don't know. It's cool. Heyo, Peacemate and Alex. Hello. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh god. That was some fire. Yeah, I don't know. Tiberon Prime is really nice. I actually really like this weapon now. It's fun to use. Haven't seen anything about the Kronen. What's the preliminary thoughts? Like, decent. I don't know. I still kind of feel like I'm missing something. The stats are just, like, really underwhelming. These things always have crazy slide attacks, like tonfas do. And Sovereign Outcast is one of our really good stances, like one of the better stances. But overall, I'm not that impressed, like stat-wise. I don't know. The Tiberon is Sybaris's confused cousin. It's Sybaris's incredibly flexible cousin that doesn't know whether it wants to be Sybaris Prime or Dex Sybaris. Yeah, hi Azaim, of course you can join us. Gray, you can come too if you want. Oh boy, Emily Decker cashing in on the platinum from Prime Access, buying the frames that are annoying to farm. Here's what the default stats are. We're gonna have to show these a lot, so let's just start doing it right now. Here's what Tiberon Prime's default stats are. As you can see, the base damage is like low, but not insanely low. The status is like 20%, which is fine for a burst fire weapon. And it goes up pretty high, 32% with auto, which is nice. And then Semi gets more crit, higher crit multiplier, but not higher base damage, which is interesting. None of them have different base damage. So I think Burst is the best overall. Yeah, it's like a Brat and a Burst and an Elatron, like, stapled together. It's true. It's interesting. It's interesting. I don't know. I like it so far. And it feels powerful. But again, we'll have to test it on higher end enemies. Ooh. Leonardo, we are celebrating Zephyr Prime Access with a glorious purple bandana. Okay, hold on. Oh, okay. Let's look at Kronen Prime's base stats since people asked. So as you can see, we got 12% crit chance, 24% status, very nice attack speed, even without Berserker, it felt pretty fast before. In fact, let's add that because that's what's gonna make a relatively significant difference in like how this weapon feels. As you can see, the slide attack damage, as with most tonfas, is like really, really nuts, so that's cool. We have enough room for Maiming Strike. Let's do it. Okay. How does bandana equal Zephyr again? No, there's not. It's free association. There's like no, you're not missing anything. I'm just being random. So someone says, is it just strictly worse than the Oma? So first of all, just by being IPS, it's already like better in certain ways and worse than certain ways than the Oma. The Oma is pure elemental. So it's not very good for conditioned overload, except for the force slash procs and the stance, because it usually only has one damage type. You could go like electricity viral and then use and then like it could be okay. But that's always like a trade-off. It's a trade-off. And having slash procs, being able to stack a lot of slash procs, can be really good in its own unique way. So that's already a trade-off, but the stats are lower. So let's look at like, that's the base damage. Those are the stats of that. Let's go to the OMA, because that is a good question. I don't want to make you feel like it's not. So as you can see, we got more base damage. We're a lot slower, but not hugely slower. Crit chance is just a little bit better, but yeah. And then the status is a lot better. So, yeah, like, the OMA also has a chain lightning thing on its ground slam, so that's also pretty spicy. I think that's pretty spicy. Yeah, like Splinters, I would say one of the things that makes OMA have really good slide attacks is that having pure element, like being able to pick exactly what damage type you want, like corrosive or radiation or whatever, for having one hit that's intended to kill enemies seems like pretty good to me. Whereas it's not as good to have like slash for that, I feel like. Austin Brown says, what extra did Zephyr Prime get? What's that buff? So she has a little bit higher armor, but the armor increase is not that good because you're gonna be invulnerable in your wind. Not invulnerable, but you know, protected by turbulence. So she has extra armor. Zephyr Prime got extra armor, but that doesn't really matter. She also has extra sprint speed, but Zephyr's sprint speed was already pretty high, so getting more is not that good. She's already much faster with her flight anyway. So sprint speed really doesn't matter on Zephyr at all. So those things don't do anything, but she does have higher base power, which is valuable. Yeah, Emily Deckerl, of course. I'd love to have you for runs if you'd like. Definitely, just message me in game. My IGN is the same as my channel name. It's just Zandypants. I would love to have you. The OMA Chain Lightning is not just cosmetic. It does in fact have a forced electric proc. It is not just cosmetic, which is awesome. It has a forced electricity proc, so it's like, it's forced crowd control, which is pretty nice. A hard stun that leaves their head open, pretty nice. Should flip your bandana so it's on your head, pretend it's the 1990s. No, I already had that happen. That was already a thing. Because I was trying to push my hair back with it one time. I used to be growing my hair out, like, more. And I had it on my head, but I just didn't really like how it looked that much. It was keeping my hair out of my face, but like, while I was growing it out, but I decided to just give up. Because I'm a quitter. I am truly a quitter. Oh. Down we go. Let's try these slide attacks. Ooh, juicy. Juicy. Ooh, chunky. Wow. Ooh, baby, the attack speed feels good, though. Whoa, that's pretty fast, isn't it? That's nice, that's nice. Hey, Zandy, what do you think of cargo pants? They don't look good, but they're really helpful. When I was in college, I played a lot of HVZ, Humans vs. Zombies, and I had a strategy where I would bring, like, low shot guns. You know, like, I would have, like, not that many, I would have, like, Nerf guns, yeah, with not that many shots, like, you know, revolvers. So that when I ran out of bullets, it would be visible. It'd be easy to see that I ran out of bullets. And then people would be like, oh, go, you know, get him. He can't, like, stun us anymore or whatever. But then, hidden in my cargo pants pockets, I had fully loaded, like, other guns. So I would, like, make a show of being like, damn it, I'm out of ammo. And then, like, throwing the gun. And then I'd, like, take out another one, and they'd be like, oh, no! And, like, I'd easily be able to stun them all. That was my elite strat. That's the only good thing I have to say about cargo pants. You can do the pro HVZ strats, the pro bait strats. in HVZ while you're in college, and then you should get rid of them. That's my opinion. It's good that the attack speed feels decent because the first hit of Sovereign Outcast is really slow. I agree. I think that you can't underestimate the attack speed increase. It's a lot faster than the Oma, and I think that does matter a lot. It's pretty nice. Definitely one that I'm gonna build out, like that we're gonna build out all the way. I really like Tonfas. I think they're fun, and we don't have enough of them. Keep in mind, folks, people are talking about like the stats being kind of low. Keep in mind also that we do have the melee update coming soon, so if they think it's bad, we have a pretty good opportunity to get it buffed soon when they do like the melee weapons update. Let's see if our tornadoes look different. Oh right, I have these mini tornadoes. They're so cute. I have funnel clouds on. Oh no, Cortel Maze, what's wrong? What happened? How did your dreams get dashed? Is Primed Fury worth it? Nathan Kirkwood, I don't really know what you mean. You get it as a login reward. Do you mean like is it worth leveling up? Is it worth it over Berserker? How? Explain a little more. It's an interesting topic overall, but you gotta explain a little bit more. Playing Zephyr feels like no gravity mode. Yeah, and it can be in a good way and in a bad way sometimes. It depends what you're doing. Ooh, baby. Ooh, savage. This might be a fun melee on Necros. It's really good at cutting bodies apart. And having the slide attacks for a little bit of hit and run feels good. What's the value in having mini tornadoes? Madruga, good question. So you get 3 times as many tornadoes. You get 3 times as many tornadoes, but they don't pick enemies up. They don't crowd control enemies. Their damage is unmodified. Like, they still do the same damage. So, theoretically, you're doing 3 times as much damage with the ability. And in confined areas, Zephyr's tornadoes have a high chance to proc, and they hit 4 times a second. So, you can do a lot of damage. Like, you see, these guys actually take a lot of damage from these kind of unmodded. Like, I have neutral power strength, and I'm not leveled up all the way, and like a lot of tornadoes in one place actually does like a lot of damage. That guy's getting picked up by one. What the hell? Okay. Anyway, so you can see in choke points like this, it actually is pretty strong, and Zephyr is usually weaker. Like her other abilities are a bit weaker when you're in confined spaces. So I find that Funnel Clouds is pretty good when Zephyr is normally kind of bad, so it sort of backs up her weakness. But obviously that damage is not going to be super significant on its own, into like sorties, because enemies will have armor and stuff. However, Zephyr's clouds also absorb elemental damage, so behold. Let's put the Tiberon Prime here on auto, make some clouds, and shoot some corrosive into them. Now there's a corrosive tornadoes. Now if we could get some enemies to walk into those corrosive tornadoes. Come on. Yeah, there we go, see? So these enemies are getting corrosive procced like a good amount. That did not last long enough, but let's see if we can get that to happen again. You can actually inflict a lot of procs. You can get a lot of procs going. Ranko King, you said, are any of her abilities reskinned? Yes, her flight is. So see, when I do my flight, it has this very different trail around it. Like a much more defined like air beam, which I think looks pretty cool. But besides that, I haven't really noticed different effects, no. I actually already think that Zephyr's effects look pretty cool. I am cool with that personally. There we go. Hello, and why didn't I know Zandy is a masked vigilante? Exactly. I'm a masked build vigilante. There we go. Somebody understands me. That's what I'm talking about. All right, hold on. We're gonna do the corrosive tornadoes. Actually, we could do viral tornadoes. That'd be fun with the Kronen. Let's see. Okay, go. There we go. If they would maybe come over here a little bit, guys. So you can see enemies in there are taking a good amount of damage and a lot of procs, which is pretty nice. What I meant is this: is Prime Fury worth putting on Kronen Prime? So Nathan Kirkwood, in general, I would say if you're going to use it for slide attacks, Prime Fury is giving you the speed up front, which means that if you only hit every so often, like when you're slide attacking, for one hit, you want Prime Fury and not Berserker, because then you'll have the speed to do the slide attack faster. Yep. Whereas if you were going to use it as a normal melee weapon, Berserker is just more speed, and you're gonna get it pretty fast, you know? So I would mostly recommend just using Berserker, but if you were gonna use it as a maiming strike weapon, I would use Prime Fury. Other reasons that Prime Fury can be better than Berserker on weapons in general are, one, it increases finisher speed. Berserker does not increase your finisher speed. Two, it can, what are the other reasons? Again, it gives you the speed up front, which can be better on weapons with really slow beginning combos. Sometimes the way you use a weapon besides slide attacking can also just make it better. That can be a reason. Let's see, what else? You were actually Vigilante Armaments. Nice. That's an honor. I'm proud to be that mod. That's I should do that. I should go to TennoCon like this and say I'm role-playing as Vigilante Armaments. Other reasons that sometimes Prime Fury is a good mod to put on weapons because both Berserker and Prime Fury are the mods you want. This is pretty rare, but for example on Excalibur's stat stick, I think it's better to use both. So that's a reason. I think in general, Berserker is better on a really large majority of weapons. Like, your crit chance has to be really bad for Prime Fury to be better for, like, normal attacking. I would say if it's below 10%, I would go for Prime Fury instead. But even then, it's like, I don't know. Get out of here! Nope. Nope. These things have such weird hitboxes. Okay. How does the augment mod affect the new tornadoes? It does the same thing as before. It just gives you 12 of them, and they don't pick up enemies. If you wore cargo pants, you could be Vigilante Supplies. Nice. See, there we go. This is the ingenuity I expect from my community. Very nice, folks. Look at all those little tornadoes. All those little friends. Look at those. Doesn't it just warm your heart? Yes, right. So I think the biggest reason besides, like, if you're not going to attack constantly with it, is that Prime Fury affects finisher animations, so... Okay, let's get some new people in here. I think I am gonna forma these weapons, but I have a few other things I need to forma now too, so we'll work on all that stuff. Actually, Tiberon Prime, there's something I need a little bit more urgently, so I'm gonna do that, but we'll talk about that. We'll talk about Tiberon Prime more. I don't need that much forma in the Corinth, but I do need to forma it, so let's do that first. Is Kronen Prime any good? Yeah, it's good. It's just not, like, crazy. I don't know. I think they could have made it a little better. They could have made it a little more aggressively powerful. But that's just my feel. I need a dash. For something else, I'm hiding the mods that I want to use on this from all of you. What was this mod? What was just there? Oh no! Maybe it was Blunderbuss. It was probably Blunderbuss. I feel like it wasn't Blunderbuss though. I'm haunted now. That's gonna haunt me for the rest of my days. What was that mod? Okay, well, whatever. It needs to be Blunderbuss, so even if it wasn't, it's gonna be Blunderbuss. Okay. Have you ever actually sent someone physical Zandy Pants? Not yet, but Salmon is sorta close. He's like around, getting close to halfway there. Do I have a mobilize still? That'd be kind of neat. That'd make me happy. There we go. Can you quickly show me your Tipedo build? I currently don't have one. Abhijit, Tipedo is kind of a little bit questionable now just because of how we say Zaz. Zaz exists now, so it's like Nathan Cookerwood. Blaze is not a bad suggestion, but we need the crit consistency. Full squad. Oh, yeah, boy. 20k out of 50. Yeah, exactly. So he's kind of close. It was laser sight. Yes, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Avosk, both of you, thank you so much. That's very helpful. It was laser sight. Because with the Corinth, you can fire your air burst like vaguely in the air, and it's really easy to get headshots, and then you just have more crit chance than blunderbuss. For a lot of weapons, like for pistols, hydraulic crosshairs, which is the argon scope for pistols, gives you less crit chance than the normal critical mod for pistols. So it's not better. It's just like if you want more, and it's the same way with argon scope and point strike on rifles. Argon scope doesn't give you more than point strike, so you always run point strike first. But if you want more, then argon scope gives you more. But on shotguns, uniquely, laser sight, which is argon scope for shotguns, gives you a lot more crit chance than blunderbuss, which is the point strike for shotguns. So it is good where you can use it, and on this weapon it is very, very easy to proc. Nox, Kronen has mostly slash damage. It is already mostly slash damage. It would not benefit from more slash damage because it already is pretty much all slash damage. Which is, I think that's the thing that makes Kronen like have a place. Oh, there it is. There it is. Those gas grenade air bursts. I love that. All right, folks, it's time to peel away the cloth possibly and show the secret upcoming Zephyr framework tech. Ooh, baby, there it is. That gas grenade airburst. Okay, so watch this. Ooh, baby, gas tornadoes, go! Go! Kill them all. There are no enemies. There are 0 enemies. No! My gas tornado cluster has failed. I'm gonna do it again, hold on. Go! Kill them all! Oh, the enemies are over there, no. Oh, there we go, there we go, there we go. You can kind of see it. Look at all those gas procs. There's so many. It's totally not terrible damage. No, without some power strength, it's not very good. Airborne fart bomb, exactly. Why the bandana? No special reason. It's to celebrate Zephyr Prime access. I don't know why. Wearing a purple bandana on my face seemed like a fun thing to do for one stream. So I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Actually, assuming Zandy streams 2 hours about 3 times a week, it'd only take you 83 more weeks, Salmon. Gray, it's getting toward being like 3 hours a week. And now that we have quests, it speeds it up a lot. Having the ability to do quests is on my Discord to get more stream currency makes it speed up like potentially a whole lot. Oh baby, there it is. Look at that. He's disguised as vigilante armaments. Why gas and not corrosive? Leonardo Madruga, no special reason. If you already reduce enemy armor a little bit with like corrosive projection and stuff, if you have the enemies grouped up, which is the only time that your tornadoes do significant damage anyway, gas can do more damage. Corrosive is better like battlefield support, but gas can actually be like a stronger cluster synergy. Hold on, let me get these guys. Friggin', I don't have enough space to turn them into gas tornadoes. Anyway. It all depends how you use it. Again, like, if you were just gonna generally use, like, funnel clouds and have some statuses kicking around, I think corrosive is the one to go with. But because I'm using it to shore up Zephyr's weakness of being in, like, tighter spaces, I prefer to have them be gas, because that does more damage when the enemies are all grouped up. Although I'm still trying to figure out what weapon is best for making them be gas tornadoes, you know? Like, because the shotgun is not, it's not that reliable. Can you show the default energy color for Zephyr Prime? I have it right now. I'm on it right now. These are all default colors for Zephyr Prime. I just added a Syandana. These are the default colors. Remember, when Warframes have default energy colors, they often have, like, their abilities will be a different color than the rest of their body. So see how my energy color is, like, this sort of angry pink, like this reddish pink. But then when I do my wind, it's, like, blue. When I do this wind, it's white. You know? So just keep that in mind. But yeah, this is her default colors. I haven't done fashion yet. There we go. There we go. That's that gas tornado swarm. Go get him. So you can see, again, this is not a fully leveled tornado yet, and we don't have any special, like, lots of gas that we're inflicting, but it's still getting some numbers, some small numbers, but some numbers. A melee with a big range is good for proccing tornadoes. That's not a bad suggestion, yeah. What would you say is the best scythe? A Zaw scythe, if you have access to it. I think that a Zaw scythe is the best choice if you can, but if you do not have those parts already, you can't get them now, so that's a problem. In that case, I would say Hate is pretty good, but again, it's rare. It's hard to get to drop. Let's see. Reaper Prime is pretty good. It's alright. Caused Assist is actually pretty nice. The only melee weapon with innate corrosive, and it has very good status. The crit is not there, but it's fine. Freezer, I don't know, I haven't checked. But remember, because Warframe's default colors are, like, multiple colors, which you can't normally do, you can't actually find, like, you can't replicate that color. You might be able to replicate this color, like this like angry pink color, but you won't be able to replicate all of the effects, because you can't have multiple energy colors. Ooh, get the negative flight speed ribbon! Oh, Cortel Maze, there it is. There's the solution. Oh, we need the negative flight speed ribbon for the... Oh, that can't be that hard to get, right? Nobody would want that. Ooh. Ooh, you've got it, my dude. Oh, that's so spicy. We're gonna get the negative flight speed. Look at this gas. It's not bad. Even with not level tornadoes, it's pretty good. Yeah, Shadow Nightmare, the Zaw Scythe during Operation Plague Star, you could get Zaw Scythe parts. And that would be the best scythe if you had access to it. Zaws are the best weapons in a lot of classes. Like, usually if you ask about a melee weapon class, and that melee weapon class has Zaws are the best melee weapon in that class. Freezer, if I had to guess off the top of my head where this color is, it's probably in Valentine. Or maybe Classic Saturated, but I'll take a look once we're out of here. So you shoot the tornado and it gets a DPS boost or something like that. So you shoot the tornadoes and they store the elemental damage that you take, and then they proc elemental status, like, really, really often. I'll show you. So these are that, and now see, I just put gas in them, so some of them are going to proc gas. That one procs cold. I guess that one's cold for some reason. The one problem with the tornadoes is that lots of things can influence what damage type they are. That are not you. I mean, see, that one became corrosive somehow, even though I have no corrosive damage on my loadout. Enemy fire can make tornadoes be different things. Ally fire that's not yours can make it be different things. It looks like your Zephyr has a handle. I could grab her and toss her around. Yeah, that's true. She looks like she has a harness type of thing. Ooh, there it is. Look at that juicy damage. Go, gas tornadoes, go! Oh, baby, there it is. The dream. Oh. Would a Torrid built with Firestorm be better at proccing gas on tornadoes? Yeah, so Jonathan, the concern I had with that is that the tornadoes spread out incredibly quickly, yeah, like when you cast them. So like if let's cast them here. Now, I will say that I've been doing this a lot for the past couple days, and if there aren't enemies around, they do actually pretty reliably cluster like a certain distance from you. So you could have Torrid grenades like on the ground ahead of time, yeah. Oh, sorry about that. And then you could really efficiently like make them be gas. See, that's pretty good. There we go. But the problem with that is that if there are enemies around, tornadoes attempt to spawn on enemy locations, and then they're not together, you know? So maybe, but I think that Torrid's low flight speed might make it problematic when the tornadoes don't go where you expect them to, which is a concern I have about that. But who knows? Maybe it won't be a big deal. Not a bad idea. Not a bad idea at all. Somebody suggested Czar, and I think that's fine. Have you modded any or all of her base powers? Duration, yeah, but everything else, no. This is, notably, this is neutral strength. I think that's probably what you're asking. There is no strength on this Zephyr. The Sonic Ore does have good synergy with Zephyr because it increases the flight speed of Sonic Ore's projectile during its defined flight time, but the problem is that Sonic Ore got the Ragdoll got kind of nerfed. Can tornadoes proc physical damage? Tornadoes start as a mixture of IPS damage, but they can only absorb elemental damage. So they do proc physical damage quite unreliably, but they do when they're first made, when they're first born. I said for some reason, but they will not after that. If they absorb elemental damage, they're gonna proc that. Oh, there we go. Oh. Yeah, Jonathan Sue, I agree. I think that doing that type of like close range cluster ability, like the Torrid is good for very close range, but if it's like medium range, like in this tile set, I do think the Corinth alternate fire sounds like a good fun one. I don't know, it might have to be Torrid though. We should try Torrid. That might just be more reliable. Cause you're right, like in the use case where it's best, like Torrid is gonna be better. I thought they unnerfed the Sonic Ore. They might have. I tried it pretty recently, though. I could be wrong. I don't know. When they are first born. Ooh, baby, there it is. See, when they're all in a group, like enemies just get like completely wasted. It's satisfying. If you're caught in a tight corridor, the tornadoes wouldn't be very useful. No, that's when they are useful because they proc lots of AoE status. They just aren't useful with the Corinth if you're in tight places. But if you're in a super tight core, here, let me show you. So if we go like here and you spawn them, oh, they're gonna spawn up there because there are enemies there. But if there were enemies in the corridor with me, we'll have to wait till these enemies die. Oh well, that's not gonna happen because this is the end of the mission. Well, hold on. Let's take care of business here real quick. Oh no, I'm out of energy. No, quick. See, they all spawn in a cluster, Gray, and then you can really easily, like, if you just proc them with something, like if we were to use Torrid, you can get them all to be that element, and they just, like, constantly gas proc all the enemies stuck in one place, which I think is pretty strong. Oh, someone said, how are the weapons? Let's take a look at the weapons. Torrid flight speed did get buffed nicely. I still think it's a little slow, though. Oh, no, great, totally. I'm using them for something totally different. I think generally they're better as, like, a panic crowd control ability, but this is a very different use for them. Funnel Clouds is a very different use. Would you say her tornadoes do incredible damage if you had like 250 power strength? You don't need that much power strength for them to do a lot if they're clustered together and you're full ranked. I am not even a full rank Zephyr, and I have neutral power strength, so... Well, anyway, we'll show that. Bebop, you said, which is better for melee weapons, corrosive or shattering impact with viral? I do not think that... So shattering impact and viral have negative synergy, because usually with viral you're using slash, which ignores armor. So shattering impact is reducing armor that you already are not, like you already don't need to reduce. So shattering impact and viral have negative synergy. And there's not one that's better. It depends on the weapon. Shattering impact is really unreliable because it reduces base armor. So it is better against weaker enemies, which is not a good thing to be, in my opinion. But it can be good in some situations. There's a pretty good video that Brozine made talking about how it can be good for Eidolons, for reducing their base armor. Now that they're scaled up a higher level, that actually is really good. But normally, you want corrosive for weapons that don't have slash damage, and viral for weapons that do. And shattering impact generally never, but in very specific situations it can be good. That's my my general advice. Let's talk about the weapons a little bit, because some people who just got here have not seen them. Come to me, Tiberon Prime. Come forth and be recognized. I also think that this weapon looks so cool. Like, Tiberon Prime in general just looks like really sick. I think it looks really cool. I like it. And we'll talk about Kronen, which I'm gonna forma for Dat polarity. Let's do that. Yeah, boy. All right, let's take off that meme. Take off that meme. And just put on Virulent Scourge of Vicious Frost. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this dash. That's a little weird. I don't know. So let's do Kronen Prime, and... yeah, I think we're going to want to do one at a time. But I'll do both of them so I can show both of them. We're going to want a V on this. We're going to want a pack of Forma. Oh, I think you can buy Forma through this now, can't you? Yep. Nice. Good job, DE. Good feature, good feature. Good show. All right. So do you need status for the tornado to get the element? Emily Deckerell, so that part is not affected by your status at all. The tornadoes are a little complicated in their mechanics, but the basic idea is that once you make them, they keep a running count of how much elemental damage of every type in the game they absorb, and then whatever is the most, like whatever is in the lead, they'll do that. So it doesn't have anything to do with status, it has nothing to do with crit, and both of those things I'm pretty sure don't affect the tornado's absorbing damage, but they do also have another property where any enemies in them will get status and crits passed on to them. Like if you have enemies that are in them and then you shoot the tornado, all the enemies inside will get the status and crit from the shot you shot at the tornado passed on to the enemies. Those appear to me to be separate mechanics, and the status doesn't have anything to do with what type the tornado procs. So you don't need status to proc the tornadoes, no. Good question. Bandana ASMR. So if you haven't seen the Tiberon Prime, if you're just getting here, it has 3 firing modes. We have this burst, we have single, and we have auto. That was a really bad demonstration because I was like in a wall, but you get the idea. Burst has rounded stats, pretty good crit, pretty average status. The semi has a little lower status, I believe, doesn't it? And has higher critical stats, but not by a huge amount. And the auto fire has much lower crit, but a lot higher status. Very good status. So I'll use all of them. I believe the semi to be like a little questionable, but the burst and the auto are both really good. It feels in general like a slow burst in Prime, and then you also have a Bratton Prime, and then you also have a Latron. Somebody said that. I agree with that. That's true. Yeah, Jonathan, I agree. Like, having the dirty bomb archoplasma is not a bad one either. Part of the problem with things like the dirty bomb archoplasma, though, is that it deals innate radiation, and because people actually use radiation, you know, like there's a good chance your squad mates will have radiation. So you by making the tornado store radiation damage, even if your gas damage is higher, or your corrosive, whatever you choose, you're kind of helping your squad mates make your tornadoes be the element you don't want them to be, because you're storing up some radiation damage. Whereas like with the airburst on the Corinth, the good thing about it is that you have blast as your other element. Most people are not using blast like for damage on their weapons, so you're not that likely to like help them not be gas. Not a huge thing, but like it matters a little bit. Torrid is a great suggestion because it would be all gas, so there's that. There's dat. I fell behind on chat, hold on. Hey Zandy, as a longer time player, what keeps you invested in the game? Starting to stagnate in MR14 and just doesn't feel like I have anything to do. Have you done everything? Like, have you been doing like Eidolons, and you're doing Eidolons, you're doing sorties, you're doing Kuva Flood, you've tried all those things, you've tried Arcanes, have you tried playing with Arcanes a little bit now that they're actually accessible? Zaws, give Zaws a try. Do you have lots of different warframes? Do you... I don't know, I just find there's so much build stuff in this game that I have trouble saying what keeps me in it because there's so many things. I think that something worth noting, though, is that I've said before, kind of as a joke, but it's totally not a joke, that I think that content creation is kind of the end game of this game. And Asriel Dreamer, I saw you asking about entering fashion contests. So if you're looking for the fashion stuff, that's all in my Discord. That's in the description just below this stream. Just scroll down there and you'll find my Discord, which has a fashion channel. That is currently closed because we're done for the season, but it will be open pretty soon. So, you know, go there and have it on tap for when we're ready again. I'm pretty excited for the live fashion frame finals, which are going to be pretty soon. I think that might be this weekend. We might do that this weekend, as long as I have time. Which I think I'm pretty much definitely going to have time. So probably this weekend. And there you can vote on the best fashion, who has the best fashion of the season. In our spicy new dojo, if I manage to finish it in time. Oh boy, there it is. There it is. That's right. That's right. You're not supposed to be picked up by these, but alright. Eagles Ridge, they used to start as magnetic, but they do not anymore. Now they start as IPS. They used to start magnetic, but now they do not. As you can see, if you watch them wandering around, you can see they're proccing IPS statuses. They're evenly split between Impact Puncture and Slash when they're created. And they cannot become physical damage types again after they're made. Trying to show some, yeah, see there's an impact proc, there's a slash proc on that guy. Yeah, no. Gray, I think it's worth noting. If you know you're on a closed tile set, maybe you don't want to bring Zephyr. Gray, I just think that when people like a frame, I think they have a tendency to ignore whether the frame is a good choice there. To some degree. Not true of everyone, but a lot of people act that way. And so I wanted to make a framework that would, if you really want to play Zephyr all the time, I'm a little, why? I would ask kind of why do you want that? But if you really want to do that, maybe this would be a fun play style. And it'll make everyone sort of look at you funny and be like, why are all these tornadoes like destroying these enemies? I don't know. So it's interesting. Oh, Freezer, I'm sorry. I forgot about the color thing. Thank you for reminding me. We can show that right after this. It'd be cool to do some fashion. We should do some fashion with this appearance too. Boy Dragon, I don't really have favorites. It's just not really my mindset. I have lots of things I like, but I really don't have like a list of favorites. A lot of people have like a main, and they have like their old reliable weapons, and I just don't. I don't do that. I don't know. Nathan Kirkwood, I'm not addressing that because I didn't steal it. We just have the exact same title because we think similarly. I don't even know if we have the same title. You all just told me we did. Yesterday I made a video of a very similar message to Joey Zero's stream yesterday, and that was a coincidence. Sometimes content creators just think the same thing. It's not don't be so quick to be like people are copying each other. People are stealing from each other. No, we're not. We don't care. Like, none of us care. I woke up this morning, got ready to stream, and then streamed. I had breakfast, like, 45 minutes before I started streaming. Like, I didn't look at other people's YouTubes before I started streaming. I don't care. People don't do that. I don't think I speak only for myself when I say that. In general, I think I can pretty safely say content creators just don't do that. There's like no one cares about that. It doesn't matter. I was gonna make the title like no question mark. I don't know how I feel about the question mark. I was gonna do like Zephyr live review, something more simple like that. But anyway, this is a dumb topic. I just wanted to clarify. Like nobody copies people. Like that doesn't happen. That's a community myth. It's a paranoia created by people's fans. Nobody actually does that. You know, once in a blue moon it happens, sure, but like, doesn't matter. Are the tornadoes like a mini Zenistar? Yeah, no, not really. They kind of proc similarly. If you're asking like, when enemies walk through them, do they proc like that? Kinda, yeah. But their main quality is that they adapt to damage. Based on, like, what type of damage gets shot at them. What is that enemy? Oh, okay. I was like, what are you punching? Yeah, Tiberon Prime is cool. I like it. I thought for sure I wasn't going to care about this weapon, but it's actually really sick. Dad Boy Dragon, having said that I don't really have favorites exactly, I will say some favorites I have. I really like Nezha. I really like Inaros. I really like Volt. I've always been a big fan of Volt. I really like Harrow. I don't play Harrow enough. Those are just some things I like. I really like the Javlock. I'm now kind of a fan of the Corinth. I used to not like it that much. I like the Ogress. I like Not Watching Napalm Ogress. That's fun. One of my favorite rifles is the Tenora. I really like the Tenora. Tenora Prime is going to be the dankest weapon ever, I'm just saying. Let's see, what other guns do I like? I really like the Stubba. I don't really use it anymore because it's honestly not that good, but it's fun. Still a pretty big Pendado fan. For melee, I really like Zaws. Mostly like Zaw melees. But I like Tonfas in general. Tonfas are fun. I'm an old Tellus Boltace fan. Gray, you said, is your face getting sweaty yet? Gray, it's really cold in here actually. It's here in Burlington, Vermont, where I live. It's really cold right now. It was like almost 30 degrees below freezing last night. It was really cold. If the damage doesn't scale, wouldn't it be better to use corrosive, viral, or radiation, something like that? August Red, in general, yes, but for this specific situation that I'm using the tornadoes for, no, because I'm specifically trying to cluster the enemies in one place, and then gases benefits compound, because many enemies are getting hit by many gas procs at once, so it adds up to a lot of damage. In general, yes, that's definitely true. You should use elements that have more utility procs, because the damage is like generally low, but you can get it to be really high. Oh, Nathan, it's fine. I don't so much think that, like, you mean it so aggressively, just, like, I wanted to make a general comment on. There's been a lot of things like that. I remember one time, Tactical Potato made a Rhino video. Like, really, there was really no particular reason to make a Rhino video. And yet, the day before, the very day before, I'd also made a Rhino video. And we had a very similar build, because Rhino is really easy to build once you know the things he can do. And everybody said he'd copied me. And he was like, I don't even know who this person is. Like, I don't know. Someone said, you copied Zandy Pants. And he was like, what's a Zandy Pants? Like, he doesn't know. Potato doesn't know who I am, like, you nerd. And, you know, we talked about it. We both talked to viewers and got them to back away from the cliff. But it was just so silly. It's like, in what world do you think that it wasn't just a coincidence, you know? It's so strange. Like, do you think we have time for that? Like, we don't have time for that. Did you know that Taylor from DE's full-time job is to do that? No, like, you couldn't even pay me to do that. I don't follow every single video made by every other content creator. That would be nuts. That's totally nuts. I mean, I watch all Joey Zero's videos, but, like, not when they come out necessarily, because I don't have time. So Joey Zero made a video today? Is that what people are telling me? I gotta watch that. I gotta see that. I suspect it will be similar in message to the one I made yesterday. I think we had the same idea about that. People don't think Zephyr is cool enough. He's cosplaying vigilante argument. Gabe, I don't know. Somehow it seemed to me that wearing a bandana over my face, a purple bandana over my face, was like a way to enjoy Zephyr Prime access. To be honest, it feels a little weird, but I'm digging it. I'm doing it. Oh god. I'm gonna turn my audio off so it doesn't hurt your ears. And we're back! That was the fire alarm, folks. Anna's making pizza. It's okay, Anna, it's fine. Goodness knows I do it all the time. I think we're gonna go with growing power. Oh, just yell, we're just cooking and it'll turn off. Yeah. Sorry about the fire alarm, folks. Pizza always sets the damn thing. Gray, I feel your pain. Oh, well, that was unpleasant. Sorry about that, folks. Although I must say, the timing tickled my funny bone a little bit. Let's grab Point Strike on here. I want to experience the critical consistency of different firing modes. Ember got mad about being nerfed and decided to take it out on the pizza. No! No! Curses. Oh, colors, colors, colors. Hold on. Hold on, hold on. Let's do colors. Freezer, thank you. Here's how we'll get it. Signed on a... What color did it copy? So... I'm gonna say it's this color. Or... It's like these colors. I guess that's what it's saying. Maybe it's close enough. Something like that. You're still alive? Yep. We have we're good. Is the Tiberon as good as the Soma or Lex? Well, the Lex is a pistol, so I don't think we can compare there. It's very different than the Soma. The Soma is like really big clip, very high crit stats, very low damage. Status is pretty low. The Tiberon is much more analogous to like the Sybaris, I would say, where it has very rounded stats. It has really rounded stats. I would say that it's not better. Like the auto fire of the Tiberon is not better than the Zephyr Prime's auto fire, but having more status is nice. And I would say overall, I would kind of prefer to have more flexibility. So better is always the wrong word. If you ever say is blank better than blank, the answer is pretty much always that's the wrong question. But I would say, overall, if you were like gonna get only one weapon, I think you'd rather have this because it just does more stuff. But Kronen Prime is good. Still very good. They're just different weapons. Get that Zandy branding going. This one is terribly aimed. There we go. Oh, I have Sovereign Outcast now, I forgot. Yay. Oh, this weapon looks cool with Sovereign Outcast, nice. Ooh, this weapon looks badass with this stance. Ooh, baby. Nice. I like it. Freezer, I'll see you later. What MR is Tiberon? I don't know. Which pack did you buy? Anonymous guy, good question. I bought the middle pack, so I bought the pack that has all the primes but not the accessories. That is pretty much all the that's pretty much always the pack I get. I just made my first cosmetic pack purchase. Yeah, boy. Anonymous guy, I thought it would just be fun to celebrate Zephyr Prime Access with a bandana. I don't know. To me, it seems so thematic, but it doesn't seem like it free associates with anyone quite the way it did with me. God, this stance is so good and so fun. Oh my god. I really like Sovereign Outcast, folks. It's a lot of fun. If you don't have this stance, you gotta do it. Nathan, I'll see you later. Thanks for being here for a little bit. How do we get your glyph? Datboy Dragon, I have a whole video on that. If you type in glyph to my main channel page, you will get a whole video where I tell you all the ways you can get my glyph. The basic ones are stream currency. You can gain my stream currency by watching Twitch streams, not yet by watching YouTube streams, but I'm working on it. And you can also get my stream currency, which you can use to buy my glyph, by doing quests on my Discord. There'll be like little activities you can participate in. Some of them are to help me make videos. Some of them are just for fun. And those will help you get stream currency faster. You get enough from some of them that you could get a glyph pretty fast. The other major way to get my glyph currently is by... the other way to get my glyph currently is to get a fashion frame win. So if you make fashion frame and you submit to my contest, you can win my glyph. If you win each week's round, you can you can get my glyph. That's the other major way, but there are lots of small ways. I sometimes give them away on charity streams when I'm part of those, or for other casters' streams. So that's a way. And sometimes I just give them away for stuff if you collect glyphs, like if you have a lot of glyphs and you're collecting them. Often as a thank you for supporting other content creators, I will thank you by giving you my glyph as well. So if you send me your glyph collection, I'll give you my glyph. And I'm working on other ways all the time. Pro Warframe says, you lose sense of the game if you're not farming the frames and you buy it. That is only true if you have a weak imagination. It is very easy for me to simply understand by proxy what it is like to farm the frames. It is not necessary to do things yourself to understand how they work. Yes, it is always easier to gain a nuanced understanding of something by doing it yourself, but it is not a categorical fact that you are out of touch if you do not do the thing yourself. For example, it is not a necessary aspect of having a lot of money that you do not understand the poor, but it is less likely. Oh my god, hold on. It's over already. Right. So yeah, just a thought. Again, you don't have to be out of touch just because you buy Prime Access. I understand very well how hard it is to farm things, even though I bought the Prime Access this time. It is not it is simply not the case that it is impossible to understand. It just, you have to have a more broad mindset. You need to listen to other people talk about it. You need to watch other people stream it. And then it's perfectly easy to understand what it would be like. You don't have to do it yourself. It's kind of a waste of time to do it yourself just to understand. Like, a lot of the time I farm it myself because I don't want to buy it. But it is not an efficient way, if you have a good imagination, to farm it just so you understand, you know. Anyway, I just wanted to talk about that for a little bit. I don't mean to be acidic or hostile when I talk about that. I know it might have sounded that way. I think people are when they talk about that topic sometimes. I just wanted to explain it, so I hope that makes sense. In before your neighbor calls the fire department. No, it happens all the time. Our neighbors are massive potheads. They smoke all the time. They set off the fire alarm literally constantly. It's fine. I wouldn't worry about it. I mean, I'm trying to get all the content creators' glyphs, but I'm trying to wait until I have more of the one item so I can put them in my ship. Well, it's okay. I mean, you can just send me your inventory of things. Partners don't get Prime Access for free. Nope. Warframe partners, I'm going to make a video on everything that Warframe partners get pretty soon. But we do not get Prime Access. Partners are allowed to get for free everything that is not a new Prime, but new Primes we don't get. It's true. Like, it really is. I mean, Gray, not to massively judge our neighbors, but they are also, like, assholes in a lot of other ways. I don't know. The people we live around suck. Like, I hate them with all of my heart. I truly do. Truly, truly do. There's really no special reason I have a bandana, folks. It was meant to be some kind of celebration of Zephyr Prime Access, but it seems like people didn't really, that free association did not resonate with anyone but me. I randomly tuned into the stream, and there he is, Zanny Prime with a bandana, exactly. The Prime Access this time is me. The Prime accessory is just me wearing a bandana. You get to watch my stream, but I just have a bandana on. That's the Prime Access. Pretty sweet. It's $50 though, so you know. Yeah, Pro Warframe, I agree. I think the fact that there are cosmetics you can't farm is kind of bad. It kind of hurts. But I don't know. It's true of Tenogen too. Like I don't know. It's difficult because like they have to pay, you know, when you get Tenogen in the game, you get a cut of the profits, you know. So it does create some weird logistic issues if they don't charge real money for it in some ways. But I kind of feel like they could pull it off now. I don't know. It's not for me to say. I'm sure it's a complicated financial issue in truth. So Sam Vengeance, you say Zandy doesn't Twitch anymore? No, this is my normal stream schedule. So my stream schedule is I stream Mondays, Thursdays, and Saturdays on Twitch at around this time, and I stream on Tuesdays on YouTube at around this time. Every Tuesday we stream on YouTube, and Monday, Thursday, and Saturday I stream on Twitch. Twitch's contract for affiliates and partners does not allow you to stream on another platform at the same time, so you can't. It's illegal. So I only stream on one platform at a time because Twitch won't let us. I really feel like it would benefit Twitch more if they did not have that rule, but I think they want to fight like YouTube, but honestly YouTube streaming is not going to compete with Twitch streaming, so they should just let people stream on both at the same time. I don't know. Can I send you my inventory over Discord? Yes, you can, Dapoy Dragon. That is the ideal way to do it. Fruit Salad, if you're wondering if your collection is big enough, if you feel like you collect glyphs and you have more than like a handful, I'm sure it's fine. Just go ahead and send me it and we'll talk it out. You can farm keys for the stream from the Axie X69 relic with a 0.2 drop chance. There we go, yeah. That's the spirit, Madruga. I like it. You scrubs, stop dying. No. Remembers that they're viewers. Sorry, folks. You gotta make me proud, though. I know you can do it. Tiberon Prime already getting sold for 700, 900 platinum. Wait a week or two and it'll be like below 100. Just wait a week or two. Don't buy it now. Wait a week or two. They're only doing that for whales, like people who are like me and are content creators who want to buy the Prime Access to save time, but don't want to actually buy the actual Prime Access, you know? Might have a lot of platinum from other things, like if you're what's his face? I can't believe I'm forgetting his name. Neoness. If you're Neoness, who does most of his content on farming platinum, you have a lot of platinum. You got a lot of platinum. You're pretty much good on platinum. So you wouldn't want to buy the Prime Access to get platinum because you just don't need platinum. Like, that's irrelevant to you. Oh boy, Kronen Prime with Sovereign Outcast is here. Juicy. That was a really bad hand. I didn't do a very good job of that. So for now we'll leave Kronen Prime with this build, which is like a bit of a meme, but that's fine. Wait, actually I want Blood Rush. There's no way we're gonna fit Organ Shatter, right? No, we need one more form for Organ Shatter. That sucks. Still, not bad, not bad. If it's gonna be a fairly strong weapon, that's fine. Nice. So yeah, we'll just wait a few weeks if you want to buy it with normal platinum. But again, like, the people that are pricing it that high, they know that normal players are never going to buy that, so they're just looking for like other content creators who want to save some time. Where's the Torrid? What a form of the Torrid. Got a form of the Torrid. Or maybe we don't. Maybe it's already got it. Whoa, this is like the exact build you would use. What? Okay, I guess we're not forming the Torrid. That's very much the exact build that I was gonna put on it, so. Yeah, that stance is super awesome. Sovereign Outcast it's a party, it really is. It's awesome. What are we gonna do with this dash? What's our last mod gonna be on this weapon? I kind of feel like it wants to be Hunter Munitions, which is what I'm a little worried about. We'll see. We'll see. Let's level this up again. I'm excited about this gun. I like this gun. I kind of want to do a little fashion frame, but Zephyr looks so cool by default. I'll do it later. I'll do it later. They really did a good job. I think she looks really good. Oh, well, Gray. I mean, you're talking about just now, though. Like, I think if you sell it for a reasonable price like that, then that's different, you know? Oh, also, Gray, I missed I missed your comment before about... I agree, it's weird that Prime Access, the accessory pack, it's weird that that doesn't come with Platinum. I think that's really strange. I don't know, that is bizarre, I agree. I wonder why. They know everybody wants that. It's nice. It's strange. Hey, is Zephyr Prime worth it? Astrocoda, this is a question that it might surprise you to know has not been asked at all this stream. Astrocoda, you're gonna have to tell me about your situation a little bit, because purely from a gameplay perspective, like from like an objective, like what does she actually do perspective, primes are never worth it. Prime warframes are never worth it, because they aren't really different than the non-prime frame. Zephyr Prime looks really cool. I think she looks awesome. Shade, you really need to not hide my warframe when I'm trying to demonstrate my warframe looking cool. She looks really cool, and she has this nice new particle effect on her one. Yeah, which is cool, which is very cool. And Zephyr in general is a good warframe, but Zephyr Prime is not meaningfully better than Zephyr in any other way. So it would be something you would get if you wanted it, not something that like makes you that would be worth it. Like it doesn't give you anything, so I can't really say it's worth it, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't buy it. So tell me your situation, and maybe I can give you a better example of, like, you know, what other frames do you have, or what's your financial situation like, or it depends on all that stuff. Oh boy, thanks for the thanks for the cross-platform follows, folks. Thanks for those follows on Twitch. I appreciate it. Her bigger energy pool does help. It's nothing crazy, but it does help a little bit. Oh, would you just look at her? She looks and say, "Damn it, Shade." I know. Curses. Shade is a good leveling up sentinel, though. What will this mean for Drift Frame? Zephyr Prime? Nothing special. She's not any better than Zephyr for Drift Frame. Maybe a tiny bit. Having max energy is not, like, totally irrelevant for Drift Frame. But she's the same Warframe. It's the same Warframe. I will say, though, that, so Charlie, one thing that happened in Zephyr's rework is that now when you use her 1 and her 2 in midair, yeah, if you use these abilities while you're in the air, they cost less. They cost half. So you can spam your Tailwind a lot more with, like, higher ability costs, and it will, like, still be kind of sustainable. So that actually was a buff to Zephyr, although not that she really needed one. She's already really fast, but she was already at our highest tier among the fastest frames in the game overall. So she really didn't need the boost, but she can spam a lot more now. Like, you can see, even without, I have no efficiency mods, and I can still use this, like, a lot of times. You know? A lot of times. Wasn't there an augment where she was able to teleport freely? Nope. Nope. Oh, someone else, maybe? Sam Vengeance, you make an interesting comment. You say, "You're very likable, you deserve more views." I'd just like to suggest that nobody really deserves views. I don't know, like, I think that the very fact that I am holding a lot of conversation and sort of, like, manually engaging you all, I think that very fact is the reason that I do not gain views faster, because the people that I interact with, I specifically, personally interact with, and that limits how many people there can be, you know? And I'm much more interested in getting, like, a small, intimate community than I am in growing really, really fast. If I was trying to grow really, really fast, I would not be doing any of the things I was doing right now. This channel is much closer to, like, a social experiment with, like, certain content strategies that I've always wanted to try, and then it is, like, an attempt to go viral. Because if I was trying to go viral, I wouldn't be doing any of this stuff. I wouldn't be playing Warframe, I wouldn't be making this kind of Warframe content, I wouldn't be doing that. If I was trying to make money, I wouldn't be doing that much of this stuff. I might be playing Warframe, but I wouldn't be making content this way. I do a lot of things differently. But this is not that kind of channel. I'm mostly doing it to cultivate a very specific kind of audience, rather than to get mass appeal. So I would say maybe by some definition of effort or like caring. I care about all of you, and I put effort into things, and so maybe those things deserve some reward. I don't know. I don't think so, but maybe. I deserve to have a larger viewer base, but there are plenty of things that I'm doing that limit it as well. You know, there are trade-offs, like I have much higher quality individual viewers because I'm limiting how many people I attract. That's a topic that I'll talk about much more in the future. It's something I've thought more about, much more in the past, but like, it matters more now. My plans are kind of like coming to fruition now. Why do you look like an assassin? Do I look like an assassin? I think I look like kind of a nerd, actually. I thought it would be a way to celebrate Drift Frame. I mean Zephyr Prime Access. Oh my god, not Drift Frame. A small intimate community, eh? Yeah, that's right, Gray. That's what I'm talking about. Gray, it's almost like you're pulling a parallel between my personal life and my my content creator life. That's right. Possibly that's totally not on purpose. That's definitely not on purpose. Definitely not on purpose. Oh, Gray, you may have seen right through me, but I still have secrets yet. Yeah, no, I mean, Sam, I feel you. I mean, to some degree, like, because I'm making this kind of community, I sort of, by definition, like, think that's what people should want, but I don't know. So I gotta go pretty soon, folks. I think that we might have time to full build this, this Tiberon Prime here, and then we could take it into the Simulacrum and shoot some dudes. Because I wanna get to benchmark it. That's important, yeah. So let's try to take a look at that. Yeah, community is very rewarding. It's a huge part of why people make content, but it's also really important to like know what you're doing to your community, like know what the type of content you're making means for your community. And I think a lot of creators miss that part. It is you're directly causing the type of people in your community by making certain kinds of content. And I think people should take more note of that sometimes. So you're saying some things are like other things? Mind blown. I know, right? Crazy. Things are similar to other things? Universality exists? Oh. I don't know, pro Warframe, I think Zephyr's gonna go down way sooner than 2 or 3 months. I think it's gonna be more like 2 or 3 weeks. I could be wrong about that, but we'll see. Well, I think that the most interesting thing, though, Gray, is that, like, I do think that people don't explicitly think about what I just said, about, like, the type of content you make specifically shaping the kind of community you have. But I also think that it's really intuitive in a certain way. Like, there's lots of things where, like, if you make inflammatory content, you know you're going to get people arguing in the comments. You know, it's like a staple in videos where they say, I know I'm gonna get demonetized if I say this, or like, I know people are gonna say blank in the comments. So it's not like people don't think about it at all, you know? Like, those comments are the very same ideology I'm talking about. But they're only scratching the surface of it. There is a lot more that people are doing to shape their community that they do or do not know, and it's important. I mean, you can make a channel without it. Most people do, I would argue, but I have some data to show about how me specifically influencing that has caused like a very particular thing to happen on my channel. And I think it's pretty interesting. I'm kind of a nerd about this stuff. I've said before, like, I'm a massive YouTube meta nerd. I really like the statistics. I really like comparing other channels and stuff like that, which is maybe a bit boring for some people, but... Astrocoda says, so are her powers stronger or no? Nope. Prime Warframes are not stronger in any way than their normal counterparts, except for very small stat increases, base stat increases. Astrocoda, Primes are never ever stronger. Their abilities are never ever different than their normal counterparts, ever. Her powers are exactly the same. Her one does look a little bit different though, that's nice. It's pretty cool. Pizza says, did you go to college or uni and what did you study? I did. I went to a 4-year college in the United States, and I studied English. I also took a lot of philosophy classes, and I took a good amount of computer science classes, including a very influential class that's influenced me a lot, on digital humanities, which is essentially like using code to analyze English texts. Not necessarily English text, but like literature. That class influenced me a lot and has sort of like shaped who I am now. Derbstorm, thanks for the follow on Twitch. Welcome to the stream, and thanks for the cross-platform support, my dude. It's always great to get follows on Twitch when I stream on YouTube. Astrocoda, to finish up my comment before about Prime Warframes not having stronger powers than normal Warframes, ever. None of them do. Unless their base stats somehow boost that. Ooh, the ghouls have been purged. I care a lot about that. Thank you, Lotus. In addition to that, I want to point out that Prime weapons are a lot stronger. Yeah. So there is totally a difference. Something being prime does not mean a set thing. It always depends. Sometimes they're side grades, sometimes they're upgrades. All different. For now, just to show you all a benchmark, because I have to go soon, I'm gonna show this weapon with this build, but I would... Ooh, can I fit 100 munitions in? Yeah, because I think you should probably be going for this. I think. We'll see. It kind of depends on the firing mode too. Let's go test that out. And then I gotta get out of here. I gotta take Anna to a ensemble rehearsal. My girlfriend is a flute player, and she's in an ensemble at the moment, and they need to rehearse because their rehearsal last week got snowed out. It's been really cold here. Again, Gray said it before, but like, first day of spring, my ass. It's friggin' cold out. There's a lot of snow too. Confirmation bias is the OG. Exactly. I love it, Gray. It's so interesting. Yeah, you start looking around and it's like, wow. This is alarmingly consistent. Like, oh boy, there it is. That's chunky. That's chunkin'. All right, let's try semi. Somebody suggested semi. Doesn't feel as good, but it's not bad. Let's try auto. Definitely not as good. So burst is the way to go with this build. Pretty nice overall. Oh no. Three bursts is more than enough. Not on the bombards, it seems like. Maybe I just missed the head. Okay, yeah, three is more than enough. Looks like. Pretty nice. Lewis McNeil, I'm from the Northeast. I'm from the northeastern United States. I grew up in and around Boston, Massachusetts, and I now live in Burlington, Vermont. Not for too much longer, though. Only for another year or so. Quite precise at range. That's nice. Except for my trash tier aim a little bit, you know? Pretty spicy. Now, just for the sake of argument or experimentation, let's try with just a normal corrosive build. Because this weapon doesn't really have that much innate slash, so that it's not helping itself that much that way. So let's try doing that. And then, doesn't really matter which, but Stormbringer. Now we're probably going to want to go auto, I'm going to guess. Let's try with burst first to compare. Way better against the gunners because you get the corrosive damage bonus. Let's try against bombards. Kind of comparable, actually. Let's try auto. auto is quite good against the gunners. Nice. Nice against the bombards too. I want to say that this feels better overall, but I don't feel like it actually is. I feel like you are using a lot more ammo on the bombards. Oh, but you're kind of not. You're kind of not. I guess it is better. I feel like it's better. Tiberon or Burston, they're very different weapons. Burston is much more spammy. Burston has better output over time. Let's just compare them. I'll just use my Burston. Good question. Just because comparing them is reductive doesn't mean it's a bad question at all. Oh, let's show what I have on it. As you can see, we got a similar stat spread, pretty rounded. A little more slash, but I'm going for corrosive. It has much less consistent crits. It's got much higher fire rate thanks to Gilded Truth and a magazine that is pretty similar. As you can see, the output is much higher, but it doesn't actually kill them like that much faster. This is me firing full auto with a macro, by the way. We'll try semi-auto with clicks. As you can see, it's a bit worse. Still pretty precise, though. Still good time to kill, but it uses a lot of bullets to do it, yeah? So I would say that the burst and prime damage is worse overall, especially the crits. However, it does have a syndicate power, so having a radial burst is a nice weapon, and it's gas too, which is what I like this one. I know it's not like amazing, but healing and the AoE gas proc, having an AoE gas proc is like particularly nice, so I think it's pretty cool. Oh, anyway, cool. So yeah, Tiberon Prime is really good. I think it's relatively versatile too. You can do a lot of things with it. It also looks badass. Like, can I just say it looks awesome? I really like how it looks. So yeah, that's Zephyr Prime Access. I think that's pretty much all I have to show. We'll talk about this. We'll talk about this all more as streams go on. So again, my stream schedule, if you're new to my channel, my stream schedule on Twitch. My Twitch is just below this stream in the description. My stream schedule on Twitch is Monday, Thursday, Saturday at around this time. If you would prefer a specific time, it's around 16 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And I stream every Tuesday here on YouTube at 16 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So Mondays, Thursdays, and Saturdays on Twitch, which is in the description, and Tuesdays here at around this time. And I hope to see you all. I hope to see you all quite soon. This was a good stream. I think we accomplished a lot. I think this was a good, compact demonstration of Zephyr Prime Access. I hope that people watching this on YouTube, as this is meant to be like kind of a YouTube video, agree. And if you have any further questions, put them in the comments. And I hope to hear from you all. Thank you all very much for watching. I will see you all next time.